and I give a sample expedition plan. We have contacted a seaplane owner, albatross seaplane owner in Alaska, who is willing to take anybody anywhere in the Arctic that they want to go. He doesn't necessarily believe that the Earth is hollow, but he will take people where they want to go, and he's willing to fly below the radar level. So there's a possibility there, that somebody that has some money that is able to pay for this flight, because it does cost a lot of money.
How long does it take to get from Alaska to the North Pole opening?
Well, my estimate in this sample expedition plan that I have on my ebook is that it's about 1,300 miles from Point Barrow to the inner continent. And this plane flies fast enough so that would take about 8 hours from Point Barrow till you reach the inner continent. And then being in a seaplane, then you could just land off the coast and coast up to the coast and then off board on into the inner continent.
But where do they get gasoline to fly the plane? Let's say they fly in toward the inner Earth. Where are they landing? Where are they going?
Yeah, well, my estimate for the polar opening is that given by Admiral Byrd from the Hollow Earth file. Lieutenant Billy Woodard was able to get out of Area 51. It's 87.7 north latitude, 142 east longitude, which the polar opening starts to curve in gradually into the inner Earth about 784 miles from Point Barrow, and then there's another 629 miles till you reach the halfway point, which I believe is where the inner continent is located. So it's about 1,300 miles from Point Barrow, and you can reach there in about 8 hours. And since most of that area is over ocean, open ocean, after you get past the ice, then you can just land on the ocean and coast up to the inner continent offboard.
What if you get sucked in by the hole? You know what I'm saying?
Well, there is no suction in the polar opening. There is indications that there is a jet stream of air that comes out of there that blows across the Arctic Ocean, across the pole, over Greenland. And this warm, moist air is what causes the thick ice of about 3 miles deep on Greenland, on the Greenland ice cap. For example, if that jet stream would change for some reason and blow towards Alaska, Alaska would be 3 miles underneath ice. So that's one indication to me that the polar opening is near Greenland, is because of all that ice. It comes from the warm, moist air that blows up out of the polar opening, that then condenses and falls on the Greenland ice cap. And there's also a strong current that comes up out of the polar opening and goes across the Arctic towards Greenland. So there's a lot of evidences that the polar opening exists. Is the warm air that comes up out of there. Nansen, in the ship the Fram, when he went on his expedition way back in the 1600s, I forget exactly what year it was. Oh, it was 1893 when he went on his expedition. Fridtjof Nansen. He went up north of the New Siberian Islands. The ship caught in the ice, and then his intent was to float across the Arctic to see where the currents took him. And in the middle of the winter, he noticed that whenever there was a wind coming from the north, it was warmer than wind that came from the south. So there's that's scientific evidence right there that the air that comes up, there's warm air that comes up out of the polar opening, even in the wintertime.
So, Ronnie, let's suppose you and I get in that plane. We get in that seaplane, and is it 8 hours later, we're near the polar opening, correct?
No, it's 8 hours from Point Barrow to the inner continent. So okay. You would get to where the Earth starts to curve in, much less than that.
We get to that point, and you're now directing this. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Yeah, you would go in the direction from Point Barrow of the coordinates of 87.7 north latitude, 142 point east longitude, and the pilots would be able to direct the plane into those coordinates. Okay, and once you're going in those coordinates, then you will fly right into the polar opening. If you go to either side of it, then of course you would fly past it.
And now what? You and I are in the plane. What are we doing? We're going to land inside it?
Yeah, at some point past 784 miles from Point Barrow, where the polar opening starts to dip into the Earth, there's a point about a quarter of the way in where you will see the inner sun start coming up over the horizon. You'll be able to see the inner sun, so you'll know that you're going in the right direction. And you just keep flying over the ocean, and until you come close to land, and then you just land on the coast in the ocean and coast up to land. Interesting.
That'd be a most interesting flight now, wouldn't it? We'd have to take our red motion picture cameras, wouldn't we?
Well, yeah, you definitely want to take your video cameras with you, your still cameras, and record everything that you can. And I'm on my website. I'm offering, I have accounts of all the people that have gone or claim to have gone to the Hollow Earth, either through the cavern systems or through the polar openings. If any of you do take me up on this flight plan to go to the Hollow Earth, I would ask that you contact us and let us know how it went, and maybe even provide some pictures of what you found.
$80,000 a piece to go, is that what it is? How many can fit into this smaller plane?
Well, this plane can hold 4 people, and so you divide the 80,000 among you, so that would be about 20,000 each.
So 20,000 each. Very doable. So we would take care of your flight. That means you and me and 2 other people need to go. Oh, I think we should just sell the first tour for $125,000 and go for it.
Well, I offer this flight plan for anybody that is interested in going up there, and there's a lot of people that have contacted me through my website that are interested in the Hollow Earth that would actually like to go to the Hollow Earth, because from all accounts of people that have gone there, it is a terrestrial paradise. Olaf Jensen, he said after a year of being there, they were taken to the capital city of the Hollow Earth, and it's built around the original Garden of Eden.
What's the name of that capital city?
The City of Eden. Their capital city is called the City of Eden. It is built around the original Garden of Eden. He says there's a natural artesian fountain that shoots up in the garden. It waters the garden, and then it flows off the highest mountain plateau on which the garden is located of the inner continent into 4 directions, and that's what is called in the Bible the Pison, the Hydekel, the Gihon, and the Euphrates rivers. They flow the 4 corners, 4 directions of the compass, and even there are scriptures in the Bible. It talks about the 4 corners of the earth. The 4 corners of the earth are at the Garden of Eden, where the earth is divided into 4 sections by the 4 rivers that flow out of the garden.
Why doesn't the inner earth peoples help us directly? We need help up here. Why can't they help us directly? What's your take on that?
They don't believe in war. They are a peaceful people. They do accept their role as guardians of the planet, and they do say that they are coming out soon. We have scriptural prophecies in the Bible and the Latter-day Saint scriptures that say that the lost tribes